So the big picture for this lesson is compound events. A compound event is more than one event combined together. And there are two different ways that that can happen. One way is the events are mutually exclusive. Now that means that the events do not have any overlapping outcomes. In other words, it's impossible for both events to happen at the same time. Okay, now let's say you're going to throw a six-sided die, and you want to know the probability of even numbers and odd numbers. So even would be over here. So even numbers, 2, 4, 6. Odd numbers, 1, 3, 5. There's nothing in common here. These are mutually exclusive. When you roll the die, you're either going to get an odd number or an even number, but you can't get both at the same time. Then there's mutually inclusive. That means you have some events that both could happen. What if I want to know the probability for a six-sided die of rolling greater than 3 or probability of odd? Okay, so those are two different sets of outcomes, and I want to see what they have in common. Well, greater than 3, that is 4, 5, and 6. And the odd is 1, 3, 5. Well, greater than 3, the 4 and the 6, those are not in common, but the 5 is. And so for the odd, 1, 3 goes here, and 5 goes in the middle. So you can see it's mutually inclusive because the 5 is in common with both. And there's a probability formula for compound events. Probability of A or B equals probability of A plus probability of B minus the probability of A and B happening. So if you have mutually exclusive events, the probability of A and B is 0, so you don't even use this part. Probability of A or B is just probability of A plus probability of B. When you have mutually inclusive, probability of A and B does have a value, so you use that. So probability of A or B, in this case, is, well, probability of greater than 3 is 3/6, plus probability of B, probability of odd, is 3/6, minus probability of A and B, that's this 5 here, so that's 1/6. So 3/6 plus 3/6 is 1, then minus 1/6 is 5/6. So the probability of rolling greater than 3 or odd is 5/6. So that's the big picture of this lesson, mutually exclusive and mutually inclusive.